Hello, beautiful Dota fans. My name is Nomad, he's Mo Farah, and this is LeftOneTV versus Team Singularity in the BTS Summer Cup. And these teams will be battling out in a best of 3 to keep their spot in the upper brackets and make it through to the group stages of this wonderfully fascinating, interesting, and multifaceted 3-phase tournament to earn their spot in the summit. Hey,
I'm impressed you managed to do that all in one go without actually messing it up.
Thank you.
That was pretty good.
Thanks. Yeah, I have my moments. They're rare, but I have them. So, predictions for this game, based on what you know of the teams.
Eskill's going to play Axe.
Okay. Yes.
Cube won't get to play Pudge. That's about it so far. I'm done for now.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not surprised Wyvern's been banned out because Bashrik's been playing that a lot as a position 4 at the moment. Seems to be getting a lot more popular, and I'm also not surprised about any of the Singularity bans. Bloodseeker very good at the moment because of all the trading that's happening in the early phases of the game at the moment, and we saw Wisp win a game last game, so it is still strong apparently.
Alright, well, first pickup is going to be the Chen. No surprises there. People do still love a bit of Chen action here and there. And no surprises as well. Team Singularity, they love this hero.
Yeah, and the other thing is, LeftOneTV just banned out the Witch Doctor, and the Witch is one of the best heroes at dealing with the Chen. So they might have just shot themselves in the foot a little bit here. I mean, Chen did get a big nerf in the last patch. Obviously, the Holy Persuasion gets, I think it's a 600 cast range now instead of 900. There's a 32-second delay, 32-second cooldown, sorry, on the Holy Persuasion at level 1. And it's a 6-second delay on the send back as well. So the hero has been nerfed. Maybe makes it a little bit easier to play against, but I agree, this hero is still very strong.
Yeah.
Still very good at what it does.
I mean, just for the creeps at the early game, so much pressure can come out of this guy and so much pushing as well. He's a multifaceted hero, which is obviously a great thing you want in your 4 position as well, or can even play 5. See, just so many facets.
We just see the Chens rush the medallions now as well, and they're already so effective when they just have that item, plus like a brown boots.
Yeah.
So much push potential. And so they pick up the Jakira on LeftOneTV to give some push potential, I would say, or wave clear for the creeps of the Chen. Obviously some decent lockdown in the ice path as well if you can hit them. And the Mirana, okay. So I think when you have second pick like this, I think it's really valuable in picking up a core early on in your draft that can do okay in any lane. So what happens is you can choose which lane you want the Mirana to sit in during the second phase of the draft, instead of having to just commit to it later on.
Yeah, that's true. And versatility in the draft, as we've said since the very beginning of our casting careers, is one of the most important things, and it actually can make a hero OP, which is crazy. Like, you know, Tiny, back when he was like first pick material, the reason he was first pick material is because you could pick him up and put him anywhere. You could go mid, you could go carry, you could go off lane, he could go 4, he couldn't go 5, but you know, that's enough. 4 out of 5 positions is insane, and the hero was very strong anyway, so that was why one of the main reasons behind Tiny becoming overpowered, and a thing which a lot of people don't really specify and talk about that much. So both teams, wow, a Trina as well. So both teams have really strong lanes right now, I think. Whatever way they play it.
They have 2 very defensive supporters as well on the side of Singularity, so I'm expecting them to pick up strong cores that can be put in a really aggressive position so that they have this defensive supports from the Chen and the Tree that's able to help them out. Tree's an interesting one. We've seen some teams really favour him over the others. I know Fly to Moon, or the Wind Strikers they're called now, they really like picking the hero a lot. And there was another team, I can't remember who it is though, that, I think they were in CIS as well, that likes picking up the Tree, but seems to be coming back in favour a little bit more than before. And it's nice to see so many situational supports come through where we didn't really see them at all before. We tended to see the same, like, maybe 3 or 4 heroes every game. It's nice to see a big variety in supports now.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I saw, and this might have been an open qualifier team. You know, they might have been a bunch of, you know, maybe I think they were high-ranking players, but they tried the Treant sniper off lane. That was sick.
Oh no, that was awful, dude. They lost the game very badly.
Yeah, but they got a kill.
They tried it, dude. Yeah. I also want to say they picked up this Mirana against the Chen. So they could ended up playing as a position 4, which we saw Complexity do in the TI qualifiers in the regionals. I doubt that's going to be the case. I know Eskill's been playing that a lot in the off lane at the moment, but what I imagine they'll try and do is match up the Mirana in the side lane where the Chen is, just as a way to deal with those creeps.
Okay.
Fortunately,
I can see that.
Esko doesn't get to play Axe this game, though, so I was wrong. It was banned out.
The Axe is banned. What will he do now? I don't think he can play any other hero.
He played Pango, dude. Come on.
He did play Pango. Okay, I'll give him that. Did he play it well?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
I don't remember the ins and outs, but he played it pretty well.
Useless.
So they're going to have to pick up probably their position 4 here on LOTV. The pairing we've been seeing the most with the Mirana, is either the Naga or the Clockwork. So you have the setup for the arrow. And that would be my guess. It's one of their position 4s.
Okay, maybe. Scarra's still around. How hard did this nerf hit him? 20 extra mana cost on his Arcane Bolt definitely removes some of the spammability of the spell. Has it been enough to knock him off the top spot as a number 4?
I think we've been seeing a lot less of Skyrath, though, haven't we?
We certainly have.
I think it doesn't make the hero not viable. I think it makes it more situational, which is always what we want to aim for in Dota in terms of all heroes. I say we, I mean Ice Rock. I mean, I'm just playing the game. That's right. So what do they ban out here? They need to ban out a strong core that Singularity would pick up. I'm trying to think of strong laners.
Oh, not a Spectre or something, which could take into the late game with these super defensive supports?
Spectre's okay. I mean, if they pick like a Clock or a Naga with the Mirana, though, in the offlane, the Spectre might get pressured pretty hard. And I think they have ways of dealing with the tree and the Chen with the Clockwork, getting on top of them with the hookshot. It's very difficult for Chen to deal with that. And the trees even more so. And then they have the Naga into the Jakiro as well, obviously, if they go down that route with the Naga too.
Okay, we'll see what they decide to go for.
They're taking a long time to think of this ban, though, on LOTV.
Certainly are.
I think I've noticed that more about LOTV than most teams. They tend to spend a lot of time thinking about their bans, which could be seen as either a good or a bad thing, I guess.
Depends if the bans are good or bad, I guess. Either they completely stump the enemy and then pull up something weird like a Legion Commander. But Singularity do play the Legion Commander more than most.
They ban out the Legion, so good at taking off the arrow.
That's true as well, yeah.
And good against the dual breath as well, being able to press the attack. Press the attack that off too.
Dire team pick. Phantom Lancer.
Okay, I'm not sure about this pick. I have a really bad feeling that they're going to get pressured relatively hard. I think Team Singularity could probably pick up something like an Ember now.
Yeah, I can see
that's probably why they banned out. That's probably why they banned out the Legion, though, because they were looking to pick up the PL.
Yeah, I think so.
It's really difficult to play PL against the tree until you get a Manta as well, because you can't doppelganger out of the roots.
5 seconds remaining.
As I found out in a solo game earlier. Very sad.
You can't do a whole lot in Tree and Root, actually. So there comes a Sanking for Team Singularity.
That's a classic combo, isn't it? We haven't seen in a while. The Sanking Chen offlane.
Yeah, definitely.
Going to put lots of pressure onto the PL. I mean, the reason why you pick the Chen with something like a Sanking is you really want to pair it up with something that pushes the laning pretty quickly. So that you can dive under the tower with the creeps and really have that good kill potential. And obviously, so you can push in with the Sandstorm or the Caustic. You've got good kill potential with the Burrow Strike as well. And all of a sudden, this Jakiro does not look happy.
No, it's going to be a tough game no matter what you look at it, what way you look at it with the heroes which have already come out. But yeah, we'll see if LeftOneTV can handle the pressure. So I mean, yeah. Oh. Okay. This is a hero we have not seen a lot of, really. We haven't seen much Earthshaker at all. I mean, you've got the extra units from the Chen, so that's something. For the Echo Slam, I think
I'm very worried at the moment that their draft looks super greedy. Like Earthshaker, if it's played, it might be played as position 3. We don't know, but if it is played as a 4, which I imagine is where it will be played, they have a PL that needs farm. They need an Earthshaker. They've got an Earthshaker that needs time to come online. And Mirana isn't particularly strong until she gets like a Treads Aquila Maelstrom. And I feel like with this Chen, they can basically just group up and go. I'm not really worried too much.
I'd really like to see a Pugner from Team Singularity. Okay, Zeus, along the same vein. I would like to see the Pugner for the extra pushing power, but yeah, Zeus is fine.
It's okay, yeah. I'm not too sure. If the PL can get on top of the Zeus, it's a really good kill, but Zeus is good at clearing through the illusions. And they do have so much magic damage already now on Team Singularity that I guess LOTV, the PL doesn't really want to build a BKB early on. Kind of feels like a 4th item or so on that hero, maybe even 5th if you can get away with it. You want to be able to play around those illusions, like get the Diffusal, get the Manta, get a +1, and then get the BKB.
You know, with the Zeus as well, I really like the Nimbus pickup. It's always hilarious to watch a Mirana like triple jump away only to get one hit by a Nimbus.
It's good at cancelling the Earthshaker's blink as well. That's the other good bit.
Yeah, I was thinking that as
Wow.
well. But... So there's your physical damage, I guess. Treant Gyro, pretty popular combination. You got the ultimate from the Treant to set up for Gyrocopter to basically just come in and flak everything.
They have so much AoE magical damage on Singularity though as well.
They really do.
LOTV have to pick up something here that can fight early, otherwise they're just going to get run over, I feel.
They need a pipe. What? I mean, maybe even like a Rubik pickup would be pretty good from them, honestly. If they get,
It's too slow.
That's true, but the null field would be super value. But yeah, it's really put them in an awkward position. Hard to say.
And they need to decide where this Shaker and the Mirana are laning now as well. I imagine it's probably going to be an Eskiel Mirana and a 4 Shaker. So 3 Mirana, 4 Shaker. They're probably going to have to move it over to a 2 Mirana now. And just pick up something that can actually tank early on. Wow, that's so greedy.
Alright, it's LeftOneTV, feeling confident, getting out the money bags and saying, hey, we got this.
I mean, who was it that LOTV played in the first round? Who did they beat? It was one of the CIS teams, wasn't it?
They beat Team Empire, so yeah, we casted that game.
When we cast LOTV versus Empire, I said this before, though, that LOTV picked up this Invoker last, and I said it was super greedy. They got to the point in the game where it actually paid off, and they had these 2 cores that were really strong. I think it was Weaver they had with the Invoker before as well, didn't they? Where Wagamama made some questionable plays, but we'll move on from that. And if they can get to a stage in the game where this Invoker and PL can get items, then it will look very good for them. But I'm just worried that this Gyro comes online very early, Zeus comes online very early, and obviously with the Chen and Tree, they're not going to be afraid to start pushing towers, and they have super good team fight. And with the Shaker as a position 4 on LOTV, I don't think they can deal with this push. Not until he gets a blink, anyway.
Yeah, if Team Singularity group up and find the momentum this game, it's going to be very hard for LeftOneTV to break it. However, their team fight is looking good. Their team fight is looking really good on the side of LeftOneTV. Like an Invoker initiation with an Earthshaker to follow up. And you've even got a Jakiro to throw on some damage on top of that. Just makes so much space for the Wagamama inside this team fights that it could go really well for them. However, you know, team fighting into a Gyro, Zeus, Sang King, Treant, and then a Chen on top of that, it's always a pretty scary situation. So it's definitely a two-sided coin. I feel like it could go either way. But like you, I would say I'm favored towards Singularity's draft if they can find the momentum. But it's definitely going to be a case of you know, 1 or 2 lost fights, and things could get very sticky.
My worry is that when it gets to this mid game, or like early mid game, where Singularity starts to group up, LOTV don't really have a hero that they can play around that's strong. When you think of heroes like this, you think of like Axes, Dooms, that you can just group up and you have really good kill potential with. It's not like they've got an Invoker and a PL that they can just leave to farm, because Mirana needs items as well. Like, who are they fighting around that's strong when it gets to like the 10-15 minute mark?
You say that, but then again, Eskiel is always playing, like, even when he plays Axe, which is typically a pretty farm-hungry hero, he generally plays a sacrificial Axe. Like, Eskiel likes to pick up the greedy offlaners like Axe, Pango, and apparently Mirana now, and end up playing them in quite a sacrificial way anyway. That's kind of what he does. It works for them. It works for them.
I wouldn't say that Axe and Pango are necessarily greedy heroes, though. Like, they offer some sort of team fight. Like, Mirana doesn't really offer that same team fight. She offers Moonlight Shadow, which is great.
She does when Eskiel's playing her, because Eskiel's going to land some dank arrows.
That's true. I'm just very worried for LOTV that they're not going to be able to fight at this timing that Singularity go for. But you know, Stormstormer on this Invoker is such a delight to see. He can play this hero well. It'll be interesting to see whether it pays off for them. They are going for this Quaswex Invoker again as well, actually.
Yeah, I think it's like... I think Quaswex Invoker is so much stronger than Exalt now with the changes to the Tornado and the Cold Snap cooldown. Even though we do see most people still picking up the Forge Spirit, I think just the option to have that Cold Snap is super nice to have in team fights, and especially later on in the game as well.
Yeah, the Tornado is also very good. It takes off the tree armor, I think. It takes off the send back from the Chen as well if you hit the Tornado, because it purges.
Yes.
So they have got some little nice things going for them. I'm hoping it's enough.
Yeah, also PL's really good versus the Treant armor as well, so Treant armor's not really going to be much of a factor this game. And Jakiro as well, yeah. I think Treant armor is going to be used pretty much only to heal people up when there's no other heroes around, because they could just get melted so quickly.
You can also doppelganger off the leech seed as well, which is nice.
The battle begins.
Oh, can you?
What's Chen built? Yeah, you can, yeah.
Or sneaky Hovity. Is it going to pay off? He's got to go a long way around here. But he is being chased by Solon and by Bashrak.
He has a TP, he's fine.
Oh yeah, there's no interrupt. Bye, but that is a bit of harass. That is a little bit of harass. And he's also got no items on the Jakiro. He's got tangos and a healing cell.
Like, Tree's going to sit with this gyro in the top lane, and they have to really try and be able to stop this gyro from farming early on, stop this momentum. And I don't think Shaker can do that as a greedy position 4. How has a bounty rune just been picked up 30 seconds into the game?
Cube nearly got it as well. That would have been insane. Okay. Also worth noting that Eskil bought the wards for Cube, so Cube could go boots first.
Okay, that's fine, I guess.
Bit interesting. A little bit different. Get your.
I mean, it also means that Cube doesn't have any regen though, so he can't trade with this tree. Like, it's going to be really rough for him if this tree starts hitting him and slapping away.
Oh, rocket! First rocket is out onto Eskil. Gonna donk him up, good and proper. But I feel like this is a pretty safe lane for Singularity. I just can't see the Mirana and the Earthshaker doing a whole lot unless they get like a nice Fissure into the arrow combo. But even then, that's a pretty hard one to pull off. It's not like one of the easier combos. Meanwhile, at mid, Mastermind just piling on the pressure onto Stormer, obviously using that arc. He's actually gone for the Lightning Bolt build, actually. He debated me good and proper there. I saw a CS and was like, 6 CS? Okay, well, obviously he's got the Arc Lightning, but no.
That's interesting, that he hasn't put any points in Arc Lightning at all by level 2.
Yeah, obviously feels like he can trade pretty well. I mean, I guess with the Quaswex Invoker, his last hitting is pretty weak early on, only 49 damage.
Like, he has 70 damage, 71 damage on the Zeus, and there's 49 on the Evoker. Why does he need to last it with Arc Lightning?
Yeah, why does anybody level last Arc Lightning? I don't even know anymore just he levels it. But Jakiro, he's going down at the bottom lane. Hovity blocked up by Bashrak to give Mikey the last hit there. And that's going to be Singularity drawing first blood.
That Ghost creep, by the way, just 20% slow. Oh, top lane as well. Oh, Eskil missed the arrow.
Back to bottom. Wagga, he's getting harassed up, and there's that 20% slow you talked about coming in, and they're actually going to chase him under tower and find this kill. Mikey way pay with the side. No, never mind, he's got that south popping through, and, well...
That was really well played. I'm surprised he's managed to get this this slow creep to be so effective.
Yeah, that's, so it's one we don't see too often, but, well, Bashrak makes it work.
He's doing so much physical damage with this Blightstone as well on the chin. And not surprisingly, if you look at the CS at the moment, it's not looking good for LOTV. They're 1k behind already.
It really isn't, but I feel like this is pretty classic LOTV. Like, there's a lot of games where they fall behind horrifically in the laning phase and then come back later on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They are probably one of the best teams at that I've seen. Been put in unwinnable positions. And
best team at losing the laning phase. Not sure what that says about them, but we'll leave this train of thought before it gets to the next station. Anyway. So Eskil, he is taking the farm up here despite buying the wards for the Earthshaker. Where is he? Okay, Earthshaker's down.
Yeah, he's just abandoned it. He understands how much his Invoker's losing mid, so really has to try and pressure the Zeus somehow. Like, Zeus has 10 denies. That's so much.
Never seen a Zeus with this many denies. And Burrow Strike through onto Poverty. And he's under his tower. He's going to throw out the Ice Path, but there's a lot of damage. Bashrak just needs one more hit. Can he find him in the trees? A Shockwave will find him. And Wagga... Well, they take another loss here at the bottom lane.
Chen's still good, guys. Respect that hero.
It's known. Cube is hanging about, but he's just a little bit too late to really make anything happen. And now they spot him. The rotation won't be successful. Mastermind bottles himself up a illusion rune. Fissure is out.
I mean, this is the problem with Earthshaker as a 4 in general. If you're not in the right place at the right time before things happen, it's very difficult to do anything. Like, you have to be in the right position at the right time before things kick off.
You're right.
You have to be the one making plays. And it feels like we haven't really seen that so far from Cube this game. He's trying to get things done, but it's not really achieving anything.
Oh, the mind control tornado coming in.
Oh no, please.
Let's get disqualified.
Oh, Wagga? He just got his style cancelled by the tornado because he ran too close.
Oh no, please tell me he didn't.
Oh,
well, we didn't see it, so it didn't happen. It's fine. It's fine.
That's such a silly misplay.
He just realized that the tangos are enough, so he was like, "Oh, I don't need this stupid salve anymore."
And they're going to start pressuring this tier 1 really hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
Solent gets
nice
arrowed.
arrow, but they've got the
Oh, he's
invis.
invis. Means it keeps going to get
Thanks,
too
natured
bad.
guys. That's true. That's true.
That's something at least. But this bot tower's just in trouble now.
This is not where you want to be as a Phantom Lancer. You don't want to be cowering in your trees at 5 minutes. 5 minutes into this game. And Mikey and Basharuk are... They're going to take... This could be the fastest tier 1 I've ever seen in a pro game if they take it now.
I've seen one at 2 minutes 30 before, so...
In a pro game?
So, in a pro game, yeah.
Oh. Okay. Never mind then. Well, Basharuk takes it.
He might be in trouble here.
He might be. They're chasing him down. Meanwhile, Mastermind actually going down in the mid lane, which is pretty important, but we'll get to that in a minute. Ice Path is out. Nice defensive Ice Path there from the Jakiro, but the Mango, the Burrow strike, a couple more hits. Basharuk is there. They will find Wagga. Return kill on Mikey, possibly? No, he's just too damn tanked. He's just too damn tanky. Not taking any damage at all, especially with that Tango ticking through. Right, mid lane. Stormstormer got a kill onto the Mastermind. I'm assuming that was with the help of Cube there.
Yes, I think so, by the looks of it. So Keep did something, which is, you know, it's easier said than done on an Earthshaker, I feel like. But Zeus isn't a particularly mobile hero, so if you do catch him on the right side of the fissure, it's a pretty easy kill with the cold snap as well.
The right side of the fissure. I feel like if Earthshaker was to break off and become an indie artist, his album would be called Right Side of the Fissure. Anyway, Rocket comes out at top, and Mastermind is actually pinged out here. How do they know? Just game sense.
They just know. I mean, they. I think they had a rune that somebody saw the invis rune top. I think the ward might have just run out. I can't be sure on that.
I don't think they did. I was watching it at the time, but who knows? Who knows? Retrospect is a wonderful
good game
thing.
Sense. I guess if the Zeus isn't farming mid lane for 30 seconds, he must know.
That's true. Well, Stormstorm is making the play here as he throws down the cold snap, and Mastermind will be okay, but he's lost a load of his mana and a load of his health, but he does have that bottle just to get himself right back up again. And it's not that much committed from Stormstorm though, so I feel like it's totally worth it to keep throwing that out. Meanwhile at top, it's actually the Gyrocopter who's dropping low. S-Skill dives to try and chase him. Cube just can't get in range for that enchant totem, but he's trying to chase with a Fissure, and the ultimate from the Zeus, and that is going to be both the heroes from LOTV dead. And the Gyrocopter does get away.
Shen's rotating in though towards the Invoker.
Yeah, Stormstormer, he doesn't know what's going on here. He's actually going to try and make a play onto the Zeus before he realizes what is up. He does just run away though, and Basharuk unable to really do anything here. He's also out of mana.
Yeah, EMP also took the Centaur mana as well, so he couldn't use
them. Oh, the poor little Centaur.
They do get the D ward though onto the Radiant Observer ward on the high ground that saw the Chen coming. So that's a good play by them. I love how Nico Baby was just baiting in Keep there on the Earthshaker, just moving closer towards him slightly to get the Rocket Barrage damage off. For which he did get the last hit, even though the Zeus ult came through.
Yeah, it's gotta be careful when there's Zeus in the game. You don't want to take unnecessary damage at any situation. I don't feel like that Earthshaker needs to be that close to finish off that kill. Anyway, I'm actually really impressed that Wagamama has been able to stay in this game so well. He's 35 CS, considering they took his tier 1 tower so quickly, and they were pressuring him so hard earlier on. Now to come through and basically have the same last hits as the... in fact, he's not doing better than the Gyro, but he's really close to the Gyrocopter. Pretty impressive. Solid last hitting, or at least gameplay around the map from LOTV to get Wagga back into the farm, back into contention.
I mean, the thing is that the creep wave's been in front of his tier 2.
Stormstormer, they're coming on to the Chen here. They throw him up into the air. He comes back down. There's the Ice Path as well. Wagga is here, and they are just going to finish Basharuk off. There's nothing he can do. Obviously, will get the kill there.
If you're going to play around this area where it's just outside the Radiant tier 2, like, you're going to allow PL to farm. This is the problem with taking the tier 1 so early. That he basically can sit in front of this tier 2 and not really worry too much, especially when they have this defensive ward on the Radiant in their jungle. They can see all these rotations coming, so Wagga isn't really under threat too much now. Where around your tier 1 in the bot lane, though, there's so many more entry points for you to get caught by.
But I mean, I guess yeah, and all you need is this one Radiant Sentry here, which they put like super deep into their inside of the map, but that will protect Wagga as long as he keeps the aggro exactly at this point. If he pushes any more forwards, he will be in danger, because of course there's a ton of different ways to get into the map around this area, as you say. So yeah, I take your point.
S-Skill is falling behind on XP though, in comparison to this Gyro. Gyro has 28 denies, so it's not looking great for S-Skill at the moment, but he's doing okay.
Yeah, considering he's been in this lane pretty much solo from like minute 3 onwards, he's doing very well, I would say.
You're just biased, dude.
We've hung out with Eskil a bit. We like Eskil a lot, but we don't let it affect our casting, even if he is the best Dota player on the planet. That's an entirely impartial opinion, though.
Jakiro actually didn't put any points in Liquid Fire. He's gone for the 2-2-0 build. I guess against this Chen, though, the Liquid Fire doesn't really offer too much. And they don't have a massive amount of lockdown on their team at this point, so the Ice Path pretty valid.
True, they're going on the Zeus in the middle lane. The Stomp is there from Cube, and there's the Ice Path to follow it up as well, and they'll just take him down. Lucky they did as well, because Stormstormer, all he needed is one Lightning Bolt to finish him off, but they kept him locked down for the full duration and finished him off. That's why I'm just a sec for a pause.
This is the tactical pause here. They get a kill and they're like, right, what do we do now?
I feel like, sorry, I feel like the singular point into Liquid Fire would have been worth it, though, just to get rid of that Treant armor even quicker. But
it's okay, but at the same time, like, the extra lockdown from the Ice Path, it's an extra half a second.
Yeah, and it came in absolutely key there. Like, if you didn't have 2 levels in it, then Stormsong would have died, and that kill would have been not worth it at all. That's why I just finds a quick kill on a creep there. A little bit of miss micro, perhaps, or just not really caring for the ice creep.
Just another thing I want to point out is Wargo actually didn't put a point in his ult, and I think it was level 8 that he got it.
Okay.
Prioritising the Phantom Rush, because the illusions don't do too much damage at this point in the game.
Well, here we go, making a play onto Mikey here, and he doesn't quite get caught into that EMP, but what does it matter when they've got so much lockdown, so much damage, and Mikey, well, he's trying to go for the kill onto Storm, so there's another tornado out, and they just finish off the Scorpion. So, I feel like this is a point in the game where Singularity needs to be making other plays around the map. Like, they just can't let heroes die and not get anything in return for it.
Yeah, it feels like they're pushing this bot lane so hard and they're not getting anything back apart from feeding heroes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Has 3 centaurs, and he did a great job in the laning phase, but we haven't really seen too much from him in terms of rotating around the map. Like, I feel he has to go and make things done this game. Or get things done.
Make things done.
Make things
Mo
done.
Faradota. Go follow him on Twitter and make fun of him. That should be a new tagline. Make things done. Why hire me? I make things done. Sorry. I'm sorry. Bottom lane, they're going on to Bashuk here. They're chasing down the Chen, punishing him for sending in his army of centaurs. Meanwhile, Sanking thrown up into the air. Look at the centaurs though. They're so scared of them. No.
What are they doing?
They're on the warpath. Mastermind's here, and that's a burrow strike as well. You doubted the centaurs. Why did you doubt the centaurs?
That was next level. I'm surprised Stormstormer went that way though. Like, into the centaurs. I guess they just didn't see the rotation.
He didn't respect the centaurs.
Oh, good Fisher.
Nice, Fisher. Gonna save. Oh, look at the positioning from Nico. Is it enough? No, he's fine.
They don't have the Thunder God's Wrath, unfortunately. Might have been enough.
No Nimbus yet? WTF?
12 minutes.
Mirana getting rooted. We'll be able to get one leap off before the ultimate from Solon comes into effect. And now the Centaurs are here, and they strike again. Oh no. The 3 Musketeers of the Dota world.
These Centaurs do so much
work. The
work.
Centaurs want blood. They sniff out Storm, but they don't have the sight for him. Which, it's a little bit surprising, actually.
I guess the main problem with the 3 Centaurs is what we usually see is like 2 Centaurs and a Troll, so you get the net first into the stomps, but I guess when you have the setup from other heroes like the Sand King and the Tree, it doesn't really matter too much.
There is no problem with 3 Centaurs, no fair, please.
Okay,
you've seen what they can do. Why doubt what you've already seen? Unstoppable.
I'm still worried about this Eskil Morano a little bit though. He's actually falling behind a cube in terms of net worth now. He's not.
We
really
always see this though. We always see this. Eskil is a true 4 of LOTV. Like this is so classic LOTV.
I feel like he's not playing a hero that can make space this game though, like an Axe or a Pango. So if he falls behind on this Morano, it's a bit of a dead hero almost. Like he needs that Maelstrom to be effective.
Well, Mikey, is he aware that Stormstorm was here? I don't think he did get affected by that Ghost Walk debuff, although Zeus is scouting out with the Lightning Bolt, and now they're just going to go onto the Chrono. Oh yeah, they've actually latched with the Ice Path here, and the MP just goes off as he gets the Burrow Strike away. He actually gets his mana burnt as he gets out of this one. Echo Slam in the middle lane. They are trying to finish off the Sand King, and they will be successful in doing so. They committed rather a lot to do it, but totally worth it. Meanwhile, Wago is just chasing down Bashrook here. And, well, where are the Centaurs when you need them? But, Sunstrike is just off the mark. Or maybe it wasn't. It just does so little damage that...
Level 1.
Yeah. It might have actually hit him there. It's hard to tell.
He's actually going for a Yules first on the Invoker as well, which not 100% sold on, but it does help him against the overgrowth and the roots from the tree.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the cooldown from Gyro.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Here we go.
Skill gonna hold the lead.
Eskil did kill one of the centaurs with his arrow, by the way, so he's pretty much back in the game now.
Oh, well, that's Chen's game completely ruined. Bottom lane, Epicenter is used. They want to take down the Phantom Lancer. Can they do it, though? He's hanging back. Doppelgangering away. They're going forwards. Mikey's got the stun in 1 second, and I think this might be Wagamama dead. Yes, it is. Meanwhile, up at top, they're going for the return kill. Oh, no, never mind. It's Eskil actually being chased down. Cube comes in. Nico Baby playing around. Once again, making him eat a whole load of rockets, but beautiful tornado out from Stormstormer. But they see Eskil, and they want to get this kill, and he needs to stay hidden, Eskil, otherwise he's going to get killed by the flak. And Gyrocopter goes down before he can get the last hit. Now Solemn running to the tree line. 4 seconds until that Nature's Guise is up, but he's got the urn taken away on them. They even use the Magpie just to tear down the trees and reveal the Treant in all of his glory.
Alright, well, I don't know why I ever doubted Cube, because his blink timing's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think this early game's gone as well for Singularity as they hoped for, and it's really hurt them in terms of building this momentum that they needed. Because Warg and Stormstorm on these 2 cores are getting a decent amount of farm, and they scale so much better. Why do I doubt them every time they pick these greedy lanes? Because they always manage to make it work somehow.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is slightly on Singularity. You know, when you're playing against greedy heroes, those first 50 minutes of the game is super important. And yes, they took an early tier 1, and then what? There's still a tier 1 at mid. There's still a tier 1 at top. They haven't even taken the tier 2 at bottom yet, so I'm kind of questioning why didn't they kind of bash down LOTV when they're at their weakest. And Waga goes for the deny and doesn't quite manage it.
Fortunate. PR has quite a wide damage range, so there is a chance that you sometimes don't get those last hits or denies on towers that you could sometimes get.
The top lane damage is being done to this tower. The living armor going to be eaten through by the liquid fire pretty darn quick.
I talked about these 2 scaling cores, but keep on this position for Earthshake is going to scale so much better than the Chen and the Treant as well. If he just keeps playing the way he is at the moment. That's another tower though for Singularity, so just to match this top one that got taken.
Solon trying to get the ulti off, but the cold snap just not letting him do it. And now they'll follow up onto the Gyrocopter as well, who is ready for the setup from the Treant Protector, but doesn't quite manage it.
Yeah. Keeps just always in the right place at the right time. Talked about this at the start. It applies all the times with Earthshaker throughout the game. It's not just the early game. He's doing a great
Epicenter in the middle lane onto Eskil, and with the Zeus ulti, they'll bring him down. Nice little pick off there by Mikey.
Who cares about Eskil though? This game's not about him. Keeps the position 3 now.
Exactly. Here it is.
He's just a Chen pre.
Burrow strike away, and the MP is not going to land onto the Sand King.
He is just a Chen creep killer.
That's all the arrows are for.
Yep. I'd like to see a Force next from the Earthshaker, but he's actually getting Shadow Blades just to get those good initiations, I guess. Which, I think he needs the Shadow Blade and the Force Staff at some point in this game. I just would have liked the Force Staff burst more. Bashstroke.
They've found Bashstroke very much in a vulnerable position right now, and they just bring him down. No problems at all.
I feel like this is a story of Singularity's game so far, though. They just get picked off in really silly places at the moment. Just LOTV are playing the map really well, and they understand where they are. Like Stormstormer feels like he's everywhere at this point in time. He's 4-1 and 7. He's actually taken part in all 11 of LOTV's kills so far.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work on this Invoker, and he's just, as you say, everywhere on the map. He's always there to help out, and he's also always farming as well. Second in net worth, very close to Wagga. In fact, yeah, Wagga is the princess story of this game, I feel. You know, horrible start to the game, but then, you know, found his golden slippers and found his way back into the game.
We talked about all the magical damage coming out from Singularity as well, but Wagga, with this hood first that he's got, he kind of doesn't really care anymore. Like, he can die still, obviously, but so much of the damage that can come out from Singularity is just completely negated now. And if he gets this Ancient stack here as well, his net worth is looking pretty strong.
It certainly is.
Singularity have to make something happen here. Like, I don't think they're happy with the way the game is at the moment. It doesn't matter that Eskil hasn't got farm for LOTV. If you know, he can get back into the game if he goes for this Maelstrom.
Mastermind just threw out a scouting lightning bolt onto Wagga there, and I just happened to land it on his head, and then tried to follow up with the ulti, but unfortunately couldn't quite secure the kill. He had the
Doesn't
blink
matter.
dagger, so he wanted to overcommit to it, but
Like he's got Hood on PL, so you're not going to kill him anyway. I don't think.
sure, it takes a lot to bring him down.
Especially with the active, just absorbing that 325 magic damage. Really strong.
Well, pushes are happening up in the top lane. Sand King, he's got the Hood, he's got the blink dagger, and he's got an ultimate available. Actually, second in his team net worth. Mikey is above Mastermind in net worth this game. I feel like this Zeus kind of just... He's not really been finding kills.
No, it's... But I talked about who do LOTV play around. They've been doing a really good job of playing around this Invoker, actually. Invoker and Earthshaker as their two main tempo controllers at this point in the game. Feels like Singularity haven't really grouped up yet. They're not playing together. Like, this Sand King and the Zeus together at the moment is the right thing to do. Especially with the Sand King and the Zeus both having blink. I feel like they could be finding more things than they are at the moment. Maybe just smoke up and try and get deep onto the other side of the map.
Yep, because the later this game goes, I feel the harder it is for Singularity. They want to be taking this fights with all the magic damage they've got right now. And they're just not. Maelstrom on the Gyrocopter, by the way. Have you talked about this?
No, I haven't, but it's good against the PL. I think it's okay. I would have liked to have seen an Ags as well.
I was going to
He's
say
going
Ags,
for the
yeah.
BKB, but with the way things are going in this game at the moment, I don't think you want to be looking to fight early on. I think you have to try and scale at this point.
Oh, you reckon? It's gotten that bad? Well, bottom lane. A lot of heroes around, but not a whole lot of action.
Like, Singularity's game plan is falling apart, or like their plan A anyway. I think they need to just go back to a plan B and just get this Gyrocopter farmed and just try and make plays as 4. I mean, they can try and group up when he gets this BKB if they want, but I'm not sure how well it's going to go.
Oh, TP in, straight into an arrow. Eskill, the man god, with the perfect arrow there. Lightning bolt's being thrown. Does not connect, although Mikey is right behind Eskill's tail. But he's got 2 leads available, so it's a pretty impossible kill.
LOTV just
Down the
forcing
bottom,
right-
Solon on the tree, and he does get that invis off, and they try and scout him out of the tree line, but they actually completely miss. And even committing the dust to a hero that just isn't there. Please stop searching, he's not there anymore.
Eskill dusted as well. Just in case.
180 gold used, and they didn't get the kill.
Big net worth swing for Singularity. I mean, I talked about this Gyro BKB maybe not doing enough, but I guess if you look at the Invoker and the PL, they kind of mostly do magical damage at this point in the time because of the Diffusal Blades. So if he can get this good BKB timing, they can just group up as 5, they might be able to take some good fights, especially with these 2 defensive supports keeping him alive. They've got the Solar Crest on the Chen, they've got the Living Armor, got the Hand of God.
Well, Tier 1 tower under threat as Stormstormer with his Alacrity and Wagger with his Diffusal Blade and Hood of Defiance get to work on taking some objectives. Now Singularity, they are making their way over. They might want to take this fight, but the tower's already gone. I have the feeling LOTV are just completely scarpering here. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a fight.
It's fine. They just need to just extend the game further. There's no reason for LOTV to force fights yet.
But there's every reason for Singularity to force fights.
Yeah. But LOTV, like, they don't have vision around that tier 1 that they just took, so no reason to go any further after they're just sticking around as... Sorry, carry on.
I was just saying why aren't Singularity smoking up, going for some kills here. I mean, I know they're not entirely momentum based. I feel like both teams just think they can take it through the mid game. And Singularity, if they hit some item timings, I think their timing is a little bit before LOTV. So maybe there is going to be this sweet spot where they can fight that they're waiting for. But I don't know if this is the correct way to go about it. They also have the Gyro, who is naturally going to farm faster than the PL in theory.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just wondering... I was wondering whether Invoker was going to get a Spirit Vessel after his Blink heals before he went for his Axe. But he looks like he's just going straight for the Axe now. Kind of using that urn just as a cold snap buff, rather than using it to really scale with the Spirit Vessel. I thought it would have been pretty good against this Chen and the Living Armor as well.
I mean, that's true, but we've already talked about how much they can melt through that Living Armor, so it's kind of a non-factor this game. If they're in range of the Invoker, then they're likely going to be in range of the Jakiro or the PL anyway, so...
That's true. I feel like Spirit Vessel is super good against heroes like Gyro, though, as well, who usually build lifesteal. He hasn't this game, but... I guess that's another reason why just to go for the Axe.
I do love that Blink Ags effect on the... Sorry, the Blink Arcana effect on the Zeus. A lot of people don't know about it, but when you've got Ags equipped, when you've got the Arcana equipped on the Zeus and you blink, you get like this little lightning bolt to the sky. It is pretty tasty.
IDC Cosmetics.
I'll do it. Oh, look at that. Just so big.
Mikey's been trying so hard to make plays this game as tanking, but it feels like LOTV are just always one step ahead of him. Like, they always know when they're in trouble, and they're just TPing around the map, being really effective, just opening the map up a lot better. You see they're backing off now just as heroes start to walk towards top.
Yeah,
like, they have to defend this tier 2 in the top lane.
He's managed to make 1 or 2 pretty sick plays, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel like he's got a team behind him. But that's, you know, as we saw, they're waiting for their timings. They're waiting for this. They're still going for the BKB on the gyro. Yeah, so they're waiting for the BKB on gyro. They're waiting for probably, I don't know what the Zeus is waiting for.
I don't know if you saw that, but Hoverty on the Jakiro just secured the 4th bounty rune for his team in that 25-minute mark. Because he was invis from the Moonlight Shadow, and Sanking went to pick it up, it just disappeared in front of him. Didn't have any detection. He was like, oh, this is awkward. I can't do anything about this.
Oh, Storm with the quick reactions there, blinking away. And the Duster's Pop does land on Invoker, but he's just too fast for anybody to catch up with anyway, so no chance of a kill onto him there. Very quick fingers from Storm though.
Again, PL and Invoker just scaling still much better in this mid-game than the Zeus and the Gyro are. The Zeus has his Yules now as well, so it does have these couple of defensive items in the Link and the Yules that can help him, but again, they need to make something happen, especially if they're going this BKB on the Gyro.
This is good, solid getting information, but whether there's a sentry down... yeah. That's the problem.
This sentry is a really good placement as well, because it's a point in the jungle where the tree likes to go between. So that's like a bridge point.
Yeah,
you see those 2 trees. So if you
like...
put that sentry down there, it's a really easy point to be able to pick him off. Yeah.
That makes sense. Get him in the choke points. Classic strategic maneuver.
Yeah, the tree needs to be trying to get more aggressive wards down by using this invis. Like I think he was trying to get one in that bottom area there, probably up on the hill, up here somewhere. But unfortunately, got caught off on the way.
And Eskills just keeps on sniping out the Bashrock creeps, just Legolasing them up. Ooh, just about making the TP out. I think that was on the Jakiro there. So Zeus actually ulted to get vision and very, very nearly lightning bolted him, but just about missed in the end.
Stormstormer needs to be careful in the spotlight. Again, they just know where they are before it even happens. He just blinks out when the tree TPs him. He's got the gold for the axe now as well.
Up top we go.
This is super good from LOTV. They've picked them off when they're
coming out. They know exactly where the Zeus is, and they jump straight onto his face. He will get the Yules off, but when he comes back to the it's going to go down very quickly. And now they'll follow up with Bashrock as well. That's going to be 2 for LOTV and Singularity. That was not a good push for them, I'm afraid.
I've got to be honest. I don't think I can praise LOTV highly enough at the moment. They're playing the map so well. They understand completely where feels like they're just controlling the tempo of the whole game.
That's true, but this Gyrocopter is still going to be a threat, and he's actually going for this Axe now, which I think is very scary for them to deal with. Roshan, going down very quickly. Mikey, he's got to make the plays here. He's been waiting for it all game. Solon's here as well. It could be huge. They've got the blink available. Do they have the sight inside the pit? They don't, so they're just going to have to guess it. And oh, my word. Hoverty with the heads-up play onto the high ground stuns him up. The overgrowth will come out anyway, and in comes Nico, baby. He's doing a lot of damage. His skill's getting low. Invoker has to go up into the air to buy himself a little bit more time, but Mikey's taking so much damage, he's just going to go down. And Sanking is the only one to drop in this fight so far. Meanwhile, on the back lines, they have found a Tree and Protector, who is going to be a nice little prize for LOTV to pick up as well. Meanwhile, Hoverty does fall, overextending, perhaps a little bit too far away from his team, expecting them to go forwards, not backwards to kill the Treant, but, you know, that's the life of the sport.
I feel like the main reason we haven't seen Gyro picked up so much is just because of those extra flat cannon attacks. You saw there, he runs in, he pops the flat cannon, pops the BKB, gets those, is it 5 or 6 attacks, sorry, from the original flat cannon, and then he just had to run away because he doesn't offer any more AoE damage. If he had those extra 3 attacks there, the fight might have been slightly different.
Yeah.
And I feel like that talent nerf is such a big change to the hero. Like, it really hurts his fighting potential.
Man, I just completely stumbled over my words there when he got the... Like, they didn't have vision up there, and he still got the Ice Path off on the Sanking. He knew exactly where he would be. That is absolutely insane.
Oh, Stormstormers, they're just styling on them.
They really are. This is...
Mikey just went to blink Splash like the Invoker, and he just blinks out. This is nothing. And he actually went for a Yules on Earthshaker, by the way, before the Shadow Blade. I think that's a decent call against this tree.
Yeah, nice way to get out of the roots.
I'd like to see them pick up a gem as well on the Radiant at some point to deal with this tree. And just try and shut out the map a bit more from Singularity. Just take whatever you can. Because they have the Zeus that's doing a lot of dewarding for them at the moment. You need to try and gain some map control now. You've got this big advantage. Especially with the Aegis on the Invoker.
Down at bottom, Bashrik and Hoverty are going to kind of come across one another here. And Hoverty brings in the support of S-Skill, but...
I think they're going to look to try and cut off Bashrik as he rotates backwards.
Hoverty's just going, let's go. I mean, what can he really do against this? The arrow does land. Man God, S-Skill will find the kill. Actually, no, Hoverty took it, but in our hearts, S-Skill got it.
I've got to be honest, when you're playing this Chen and you're pushing out side lanes, you don't need to be there with your hero. You can just send your creeps to do it. You don't need to put yourself in danger, and I feel like you didn't have to be in that position there. It's unfortunate, but good kill by LOTV. Good pick off.
Yeah, but at the same time, you force some hero rotations down regardless, so
Mastermind.
It's got to be worth it. But yeah, Mastermind has walked into a whole world of hurt there, and he just followed up very quickly. Now Nico does come in, he's popping the BKB, he wants to go for something here. He's got the support of the Sanking behind him. They do get the stun off onto Wagger as well. However, there's a lot of damage. They've got the sentry down, so Mikey's just going to turn it around. And now comes, wow, the Macropire, the Snowball, the Echo Slam. It's everything, and they take down the Gyrocopter and the Sand King, and Solon with them as well. What a little combo there by LOTV. And, well, mounting up the pressure, looking down the middle lane. Not really looking to put any brakes on this lineup right now.
It's looking good, and even Morana's come back into the game at this point. You saw again, Jara just pops the BKB in, tries to go and fight, but Wagram has this hood, so he doesn't take any damage from the cooldown of the Burrow Strike, really. And they just can't do anything against him. Like, those extra flat cannon attacks would have really helped.
Ouch. Bashrak just picked off. Didn't even seem like they committed that much for it.
It's just the style points, isn't it? It feels like...
Well, they won't take the middle barracks, so it does buy Singularity a little bit more time to get their Gyrocopter up and fighting.
Pushing high ground against Zeus is an absolute pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It's so difficult.
Even
and
with
like,
the Aegis on Storm, we're like, it's not a big deal, but it's just about to run out in a minute, so...
They just want to play safe. When you, in the way Dota's played at the moment, when you're this far ahead, you really don't want to give away kills. Like, it feels like the rubber band effect isn't as big as it has been before, but... Especially with this Zeus and the Gyro, you know, they're really far behind. Don't give them a chance to get back into that game. There's no reason to not just wait.
Ooh, misses the Deafening Blast and tries to get himself away, but he's been used up. Yeah, now this will be the Aegis put to use at least, so, you know. He will die, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, Stormer. Any chance? Blink? No? Okay, he's down.
I mean... That's just unfortunate. He missed the meteor on Nico, baby, and then missed the deafening blast as well. Tried to blink out, but gets caught.
Yeah, a little bit funny to miss the deafening blast there. But Jara's very fast, so yeah.
Do you remember when I said a second ago, don't give them any chance to get back into the game?
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
What did they go and do? What you told them not to do. You should become a coach, dude.
Absolutely not. my team would be teaching me how to play the game, and I'd be the coach. It'd be a pretty one-way learning experience.
Well, if you fancy taking a risk, Team Singularity are currently 12.25 on the odds here, so that's quite a decent return, isn't it?
It's looking, yeah. If you bet on Singularity at the moment, you'd be a very brave man, though.
Yeah. But...
They do have this chance though with the Gyrocopter still. He has got the axe now. When he gets a Smiolnir, you can just see why the hero's been nerfed. And sorry, why the hero's not been picked because of this flat cannon nerf. Like, imagine the two differences between the talents before. He used to get an extra 3 flat cannon attacks. He now gets plus 11 rocket barrage damage. I know which one I'd rather have. Like, both those talents at 15 on Gyro are so bad.
I mean, okay, controversial opinion. I kind of like the homing missile stun just for when you get to 25. And I know you should never play to your 25 talents, but most games playing Jara, you do hit that 25. And the chain stunning of 3 rockets in a row with plus 0.5 seconds, it's okay. It's not good. It's not a good talent, but it's okay. Which,
the thing is, it's not an initial stun though, so you can just BKB the rockets off or whatever. Like it's not
sure,
a
but
massive issue.
keeping a support locked down for an entire fight is sometimes valuable. But yeah, I'm just trying to make the one aspect of the pretty terrible talent seem not as terrible.
It's okay, I guess, but really not that great.
Yeah, but, I mean,
top lane.
Q could be in trouble. Yours up again. You want to go up one more time? No? Okay. Go Shadowblade this time.
Shadowblade.
And do they have the sight for him? Well, they've got the Lightning Bolt and the stun is coming through as well. Mastermind blinking the right direction, and they get another pick-off. So Singularity playing pretty well right now, actually. They've recuperated since the kind of iffy mid-game, and now they're moving around the map quite nicely in this late to mid-game, and just finding some pick-offs when they're on the back foot, which is very important.
Yeah, getting these pick-offs when they're 4 as well is so good. If they just... Like, the Invoker just died, he comes back alive, but now the Earthshaker's dead. So you're stopping this momentum coming out from LOTV that they had. And just making sure they can't group up as 5. Like, you've got the numbers advantage on the map now, so try and make something happen.
But it's a full heart out on Wagger, so this is going to be a much harder skill to get than everybody else, especially in these team fights. It's going to be very, very difficult to bring down this Phantom Lancer.
Especially with the hood as well. It's really difficult for them to kill him off now.
Yeah.
If they had any kind of physical damage, like with the gyro extra flak attacks, they might have a chance. With this heart, even then, it would be so difficult.
That's the thing, and that's why like a lot of Phantom Lancers build this hood. What's up, G?
They just smoked up on around the gyro, and he accidentally attacked once more and broke the smoke.
What an idiot!
So,
I'm just kidding.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, oh yes, Nika baby. He understands the issue this game. Look at his quick buy. He knows what's up.
Full commit, full Divide, comeback rapier. That's what we're about.
They just have no damage. Like, this is their only way back into the game, honestly, I feel.
Sure. Oh, nice Burrow Strike. They've actually might have caught out Stormer here. Beautiful Tornado to help himself get away, though Singularity kind of lined up for that one. And in comes Eskil. Look at this guy. He's just BKB, running straight forwards, lands the arrow as tanking Burrow Strikes away. Now... Poverty comes in, the Echo Slam onto 2, trying to bring down, and down comes a Cataclysm. He just takes down the 2 cores, no problems at all. Cube now trying to play around Mastermind as well. Meanwhile, Wagger's chasing Bashrook into the tree line, and that is your... Wow, the Zeus has gone down. Bashrook, he's going to escape out of this one with a nice TP out on the backlines, but LOTV just cleaned up that fire. They just GG well played. I mean, what else can you do after that play? What else can you do?
Holy shit. that Echo Slam into the Cataclysm it kills off 2 cores instantly. You're like, Singularity, they must have just taken their hands off the keyboard and gone,
well,
like, holy crap. Cube's a god. Nobody has to doubt.
Cube is a god.
Nobody doubt this guy ever again. I might like predict an LOTV victory one day, and then I'll get a prediction right, but I'm sure as soon as I do, they'll stop winning the games.
Yeah. I mean, alright, so we've sung their praises a lot this game for sure. I mean, it was a pretty convincing performance, especially against Singularity, who are a good team. But also, like, you know, the team was having some, like, they felt really bad after they lost the TI Open qualifiers. They felt really bad about that. They're in a bad place, and to see them bounce back like this and put in such a convincing performance like this is really nice to see. It shows an immense amount of mental fortitude. Yeah,
people... I mean, everyone who's in the Twitch chat will probably understand how difficult it is to get back into a game after you fall so far behind. Like, I'm sure everybody here plays solo MMR. You get that feeling where you lose a few games in a row, and you're like, oh, I really don't want to play solo MMR anymore. But you have to have that mental fortitude, like you say, to push through. And it's exactly the same kind of thing with TI qualifiers. It's even worse for them. So, yeah, big hats off to them. They played super well that game, and Cube especially. What a god.
What a god indeed. And look at that scoreboard. I mean, yeah. Very convincing game. Let's see, can Singularity pull it together and pull off a game 2 and bring it to game number 3? We'll find out very shortly. Don't go anywhere. My name's been Nomad. He's been Macari. If you're enjoying the cast, throw us a follow on Twitter, and we'll be back with more BTS Summer Cup action just after.